Hello, everyone. I know that it has been a while since I have came on here for Dollhouses and Grief, but welcome. Life has been lifing, but although life has been lifing, it has not stopped me from still going on ahead and doing these projects. Now I have three um, doll houses. I think where we left off with was I was going to show you guys the second. Um, I was going to show you guys the second dollhouse, which is the bachelor pads for the males for Stephen and Eric. Um, I of course, have still continued to work on the getaway home, which I am done with, and I will give you a 360 of that. But I need to give you the tour of the condo, which I made into basically a studio. It's a studio condo. With one bed, has the kitchen and everything, but has the one bedroom, but has some surprises in there that I ended up going on ahead and throwing in there. Like I said, life has been lifing. It does not stop lifing, as we know. And, despite everything that's going on, life does not stop, and certainly grief doesn't stop either. You don't know when it's going to jump on you or, hit you. You have no idea. But, this has been very helpful for me to help me cope. Um, of course, it doesn't solve everything. I still have my moments, like I said, and that is okay. It's okay to have moments. But I've just had a very busy few months. Um, and just haven't had a chance to really, to get to being able to, show off to be able to show off the homes and things like that. So here I am today. Um, and I'm very excited, of course. I was always very excited, to do these things. And like I said, it's been therapeutic for me. And like I said, it doesn't take away everything, but it's it's been a blessing to me because I had no idea that I had all this in me. Nonetheless, to make one house, but then to end up making three, and they, is absolutely amazing to me. And I thank you guys for being so supportive and so helpful, and also, when I would go live, talking with me and, us sharing stories and things like that. Um, but like I said, I truly appreciate it. And, it's been, I'm very proud of it. And, you guys have been there with me from the beginning. So, you know, um, I did change I did change the shell, and I changed the shell and Amy and Steven and Eric's clothes. So of course, this condo is Steven and Eric's. And there's a few surprises in there that I threw in there. Once again, I get inspiration from all kinds of things. And I certainly hope you don't hear my new pup. I don't know, for some reason, every time I get ready to try to start doing something, it just goes on and starts doing it. Okay, so that's not Jordan, uh, Jordan, I had to put him down, but he hijacked my video I was doing when I was doing Dream Girls. So I guess she wants to go on ahead and try to hijack me trying to she wants to hijack me trying to get this out of here. So if you do hear barking, I like I said, I'm new to this as far as, the recording and all that stuff. Um I don't know how to, edit out voices and background noise and things like that. So you just have to bear with me if you don't mind. Of course, one day I'll get to do it. But one thing I'm not, and I'm not saying that I won't ever be, but I'm not a computer person. This is not my stuff. The fact that I was able to go on ahead and do this, build these, build these, or some people call them dioramas, but to build these homes, has been something for me. Um, I actually had to I actually had to come down to my basement and redo it and declutter and things because literally the doll houses were taking up so much space. I literally was like King Kong. If I came down and stepped on any one of them, not only would I have been really, really, really upset, but it really looks like King Kong, going into something, because you're like, so, I'm bigger than they are and all that. So, but let's go on ahead and just let you say hi to um, to our girls and our boys. So once again, there goes Amy right there, and Michelle, and then Eric, and then Steven. So they said hello. They finally got some new clothes. Maybe they have a little bit of an extra smile. I don't know. So I tried my best to light up everything in here very well so that you guys can see it. If you have any issues or I need to do better lighting or anything, just let me know. But without further ado, I'm going to go on ahead and go straight into I call it the bachelor's pad, even though, well, it's bachelor's pad, but they, of course they're dating and everything, from the book, in my books, they're married. But, I had to switch it up, for the, I had to switch it all up, when it comes to the doll houses and everything. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go into there. And then I'm going to give you, like a 360 of the getaway home, which is 2 bedrooms and a guest room. It's 2 bedrooms and a guest house, and so I'll give you a little 360 of that. But like I said, without further ado, let's go on ahead and go. And remember that I get all of my I've gotten a lot of my inspiration from people that I've watched on YouTube. And also, just eventually my creativity that I didn't even know that I had, started to come out. And so some of the things, are from me and my brain, just, but the techniques and a lot of things, a lot of those things I learned from watching people on YouTube, which of course I will be giving them their accolades. So we'll go on ahead and we will do a little view. So that's the living room part, going into the kitchen, and then the bathroom. So we're going to start with the bathroom. So as you can see, all right, now I'm going to try my best to get this really good. And you actually, yes, you can see a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on here. You can see a little bit of the, you can see a little bit of the getaway home, and so, but of course we'll get to that later. So here we go. All right, so we're starting with the bathroom, and you see the vanity mirror, which is wood and contact paper. And then we have